Hey, kids. You're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Love you, Joe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SML Podcast. Your birthday boy is your host, Joe, and something else about hosts. Now the show starts, and everybody's happy. Put claps in the chat.
Now is the time of our content.
That's how Twitch streamers do it, right? Isn't that? Do I still know how to Twitch stream?
Clap, clap, clap,
Yes,
clap, clap,
yes,
clap,
you
clap,
do.
clap, 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 clap. There's mine.
Dude,
I'm using that as the intro. I'm going to use that as the intro. So,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it is my birthday episode, and we have a whole lot of people here hanging out. Hockey's here, Horror Acolyte is here, Bree is here, Chris is here, Pernell is here, and then from the Wrasslecast crew, Big Adam is here, and Matt PA is making his debut on the SML Podcast.
Hello.
Welcome in,
job,
everybody.
Drug addicts.
Good job, drug addicts.
Yeah, apparently, I'm already on your show all the time because people press these buttons. You're stealing my essence.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live my life.
Now we have
unfiltered,
pure unfiltered Matt PA.
How's
everyone doing?
Hold on. You have the adult. You have to consent to watch the adult content on Twitch, right? Like you have the 18+ thing up. Because Matt's here, and if anybody even mentions Burger King, we are toast on Twitch. You know what I mean?
I'll rein it in. We're good.
Don't
play the Burger King song. Don't play the Burger King song. Don't bring up beavers, and we'll be cool, man. Everything will be totally cool.
Why beavers now?
No. Here we go. There it is,
beaver nut glands to flavor their fries or something? Is this what I'm missing out on?
Beavers are going to ruin the entire Earth if we don't do something about them, okay?
Eat them fries. They'll blow up.
Here he goes.
We don't have time for this. It's Joe's birthday. I'm not going to...
It's an earthly menace that's only out to bury the world.
Joe wants beaver lore for his birthday. There you go.
I made Joe watch a documentary about beavers while I screamed about how much I hate beavers and how they're going to kill us all.
I understand beaver lore. The rest of you don't understand the beaver hatred, so...
Yeah, that's what it is.
I understand beaver hatred, so I mean, it's not that much different, can it be?
What does that have to do with the Burger King stuff, though?
Oh, they're completely
glands.
I just have triggers.
Nut glands.
I have triggers I have to avoid. That's all.
I told you, it's the nut glands. They're using to flavor the fries.
Man, what?
What can a beaver's ass do, right?
Dog Havoc says no beaver left unshaved. Free the beaver.
Oh no. Yeah, we had in the wrestling channel of my Discord, we had a full event with a poster included that Matt's lovely girlfriend fabricated for said evening, and it was Beaver Night in the spot, and we watched an IMAX movie that
from like the
broke
80s.
Matt. Yeah, from the late 80s, early 90s.
Right there.
That broke Matt PA as a child, and he's carrying
not even as a child.
trauma.
I watched it as an adult. I was in my 20s. I was stoned in Brad's basement and it was on Netflix, and we both watched it. And when it was over, I was like, "These things need to be stopped." I was done with them.
So now he purchased the movie. And we watched it together.
I had to buy it on DVD off eBay.
Including the special footage. Okay, we watched the behind-the-scenes special footage. That's how invested we were into Beaver lore.
Beaver Night was an intense night.
It was crazy intense.
No one was on my side.
Nobody.
It was fucking bullshit. I organized that whole thing. No one cared.
Oh, no, I understand your side perfectly. Beavers they're destructive little fuckers.
If by destructive you mean creating entire ecosystems, then yeah, I guess.
I mean, you have to destroy to create, right?
That's
What
how
are they?
it works.
Tiny little furry gods that sound like crack addicts?
Oh God, the sound.
I forgot
Dude, the noises they make are abhorrent. Like you can't even hang out with a beaver. It'd be fucking insane. You would lose your mind. You'd be like, just shut the fuck up. You would be like, go destroy something. Go eat anything. Go flood a valley. Go away.
Yeah,
I
if you
mean, to be fair,
hang
if
out
you're
with a guy
hanging
like
out
that
with a
once.
fucking beaver, then clearly you're already out of your fucking mind.
What's the
If you think that's out of your mind, you don't need to be anywhere near around my friend circle because we are way weirder than you.
You wouldn't hang out with a beaver. What are you talking about?
Bullshit. I'd be out there slapping tails of beavers, bro. You don't even understand.
I will fight one.
Official Canadian mascot. What are you talking?
That's
like
the
cats
next
were the mascots.
That's the next
Adam
lip
had-
balm scent is wet beaver. There we go.
Jesus
Get it to the lip balm, folks.
Adam has in fact constructed many a dam.
I have,
Oh my God.
It's in my name, a damn. I'm supposed to be this
Jesus
person.
Christ. Wait, are you like 3 beavers in a human costume? Oh my God.
I can't
People
read
have
the whole
been
thing.
At last,
Pre-game show.
at last, the tooth comes out.
Oh, God damn it, Chris. I can't
I'll
see
never admit.
the whole title, but Ian posted something in our memes channel that says beavers can't stand the sound of running water. It compels them to, I don't
Hit
know.
the pants.
Now there's a B. Bite people? Break things? I don't know.
Bite a bitch.
I'm so glad
No,
the
he's
beaver
4
discussion
beavers in a
happened here.
trench coat. Beavers aren't that tall. Actually, no, they were right. I'm 3 beavers and then a raccoon on top for good measure.
Raccoon's driving.
Yeah. The raccoon's the ratatouille of this entire operation.
Oh, it compels them to build. Okay, so they hear running water and it makes them want to build things. Why the fuck do they live by water? Like, get out of there. It's an abusive relationship.
Because they like swimming.
Because they can't hear themselves chitter like crack addicts.
If
when
they're
running
like-
water. If there's a
if they're
bubbling
like,
brook
oh,
that's
this-
louder to them scratching their bodies like freaks.
This
Sorry.
water is running. What if I made all of the water that's running into a gigantic swimming pool for my enjoyment? So that's what they do.
Bree, tell me you know something about beavers. You seem to know about the weirdest things we talk about on this show. You've got to have some beaver knowledge.
Well, it did come up in conversation this weekend about eating beavers because
Okay.
during
Sign
the
me
starving times at Jamestown, they would eat whatever they could, and the native population took out their entire hog island and surrounded their fort. And so, yeah, they would totally eat some beaver, which that's it's Lent right now, which is time. This is topic of conversation. It's Lent right now, and you're not supposed to eat like animal products, but you can eat fish, right? But according to medieval times, like the heralds, anything that lived in the water or spent most of their time in the water was technically a fish. So you could eat a beaver during Lent.
Oh, that means you can eat a
Wow.
platypus too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're slaying a
it's like a
demon.
loophole.
It's fine.
Slaying a demon.
You're eating the demon's flesh. You're doing the Lord's
There
work.
you go.
That's why.
There's my
you-
weird ass contribution.
You
Loophole in
are
Lent.
So history's on my side. Religion's
It
on my
is.
side. I think I'm good.
religion's on my side. Dude, you're nuts.
That is something
You're out of-
I would never say.
You
I don't
are
know.
a
Religion
menace.
when it agrees with our vendetta.
You are a total menace. Oh my lord. Wow.
I'm so
man.
glad you're all here for this. So now do we
Wow,
talk about the Whopper song?
Yes.
Oh God.
The
Well,
Whopper song.
if you look
I
at
have.
our
Yeah. Oh my God.
if you
Go
look at our merchandise section, we do have a T-shirt that says "Whopper Whopper out my butthole."
Yeah.
I
And that
didn't
is-
know that existed.
I bought one. I have it. I own it.
Whopper up your butthole. I
Matt
guess
bought
it's
one.
okay.
I bought it because I was like, well, I have to. My shirt. I said that.
Yeah.
In front of a child.
Look, I get, get loose. We're just watching wrestling. What do you want? The Burger King song slaps. So I started singing over it one time while commercials were happening on wrestling. And I might have went into a long story about how I like to eat Whoppers and reform them into a large Whopper that I poop out of my butt so I can eat that one. In a lot of words over the course of the entire commercial, and then
right now that I can't even put into words properly.
So then, like, no one responds. I sing this song. It is absolutely silent in the room. No one is talking, and
as it should be.
I took a moment and I went, "Oh no, is Richard still here?" And Tim, his father, goes, "Yes, yes, he is," and he heard every word of that.
Every word.
Quick thanks to Slap My Penguin, who just dropped 1,000 biddies in chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to use that to buy a Whopper shirt. I believe the lyrics went, food in mouth and food out butthole, Whopper out my butthole.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounds like
the Burger King theme music.
Good job, drug addicts.
Yep.
You're not normally supposed to rhyme butthole with butthole, but I will forgive it for this. As a fellow lyricist.
Y'all, okay?
What else are you going to rhyme it with?
It was freestyle. It just came naturally.
True. Freestyle is exception.
Yeah. I was zoned. I was in the zone. I was playing something. I don't remember what I was playing, but I was in the zone.
Let me hit merch so people can check out our merch on the store. We have so many dumb shirts.
It's Matt's first time on the show, but he knows like half the people in here.
Yep.
Even though, including Chris, who lives in Texas.
Yep.
I do.
That's wild.
It's
the
wild
magic of when Facebook wasn't a horror show.
Yeah.
But also MagFest. I've met.
Yeah, it was MagFest.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was through the podcast stuff. Okay.
No, I met Joe in person at MagFest first.
Yeah. No. I thought with Matt. I meant.
It was 9.
I think we met on the internet, but we have met in person.
Yes. Yeah, Matt, I met because John DeCampos.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we were hanging out, and I was listening to their podcast a whole lot, and so I was like, I got to meet Matt and Bob Rose at the same time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Legendary man, Bob Rose. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, a man for whom I own many T-shirts.
Dude, his T-shirt production is impeccable. Okay.
Yeah.
The ideas.
Yeah, his shirts are an inspiration.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody should have 50 shirts to sell.
Joe about lost his mind when the Sonic the Log shirt came out.
Oh, that shirt is amazing.
Gotta go toilet.
That one's on my short list, that's for sure. Joe, I like the J Cup. I like the J Cup. I had not seen that before.
You didn't see that one? And the one next to it, a cup of Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy some mugs for $18?
If only I could.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
get a Ball Squad shirt.
$18 for a mug by today's standards, not horrible.
No, that's good.
I bought 2 of a cup of Joe mugs, one for my mom, one for my dad.
Dude, buy it up while you're still allowed to
Christmas
decide
gifts.
what you spend your money on, dude. Like, let's go at it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a fan of the apron. Kiss the Oh God of Fire.
Yeah. I've seen that. That's good.
Yeah, we have some good shirts. 10 years, 10 listeners is still my favorite.
Yeah, that's still great. Mm-hmm.
My sister showed up because my dad and my sister came in for my birthday to hang out and spend some time with me, see some family up here. And they showed up Sunday night, and my sister had the 10 years, 10 listeners shirt on. Made me feel good.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it is. It is my birthday. I'm 44. Can you believe that?
Wow.
What were you going to ask? Story about what?
Is there a story behind the kinky pizza time?
That was with Sperry. I don't remember what it was, but he was doing album art for someone, and it was like he used pizza time, but someone was like dressed up, scantily clad. So I was just like, kinky pizza time, and he's like, that'd be a great shirt. I'm like, okay, I'll make a shirt. So we have kinky pizza time. We have a Baconator on a shirt that just says respectfully.
Right.
Because
nice.
Really, it's a burger, respectfully. And then drink nog every day. That was another Andy Sperry one where we're talking about drinking eggnog around the holidays, and we're just like, drink nog every day. So it's a shirt.
So you're like, so you've been stealing people's words for a long time now, and now you've like sped up the process to the point where now you just have a soundboard that's mostly me and Pernell, it sounds like.
Fucking yeah!
You're sick, man. You got a problem. Unless you're like whatever that ninja from Naruto that like copies people at time or something.
Oh no, I
definitely
have a problem. I definitely.
He
steals words.
Who needs AI? We have perfectly good content theft right here.
Dude, he's gotten so efficient at clipping Matt during like wrestling night that like he'll have an isolated like remastered clip to play like 2 minutes later. It's horrifying.
And then all of a sudden I just hear it again, not out of my mouth, and I'm like, God damn it, he did it again.
Joe's just up there in his observation deck in his lab coat and stuff.
Yeah. I'm making clips, and it's like, just like
disrespectful little shit.
Yep.
Dude, every time he has a question about computers, he's like, "But I don't know how computer make do. I don't know." And then, like 18 seconds later, he has isolated clips like that. It's not
just because I can edit audio doesn't mean I know how a computer works.
That is true.
That's the opposite.
I don't know what
for
the fuck's going on inside the computer. I don't know anything.
Bunch of hamsters.
I'm clueless about that. Yeah. I could have sworn there was a hamster in there, but nope. Frogs. Mine runs on frogs.
Nuh-uh. I've made sure of that. I've made sure of that.
You haven't been up here. You don't know what's in my computer. There's frogs in there.
But I've remote supported your computer many a time.
True. True.
And then I filled it with beans.
Injury bought a shirt. Thank you, Injury. Injury just bought a shirt.
You're running so quick. I ran some software and then I filled that fucker with beans.
That should be a clip. That should be a sound clip. Right there. And if it's not, you need to make it.
We're going to watch him do it. It's the magic.
No, I can't do it while I'm doing a show because all the audio plays.
True.
But it will be.
The only one I was
Pernell,
Go ahead.
Pernell, you hold the key. You just have to say the thing, and then he will record it, and it will end up on that thing. Don't listen to what he says. Just start repeating stuff you want to hear later.
or the person who said it can just say it again. I can't get that level of inflection. That was a masterpiece.
Pernell, you can be the human that replaces AI soundboards. You can just repeat the thing.
I don't even know.
Pernell, real quick, give us a good job, drug dealers.
I don't support drug dealers.
Drug addicts. Good job, drug addict. Yeah, I messed that one up. So it really is.
Good job, drug addict.
I am not a man that supports. See, that guy can do it. He can do it.
I just.
You're not supporting the drugs. You're supporting the addicts.
Yeah.
I definitely don't support the addicts. They're addicts. I want them to not be addicts. And to be less addict.
If you want me away from my sweet marijuana,
you guys are a bunch of ball bags.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Right now, I'm higher than an eagle's buttocles, and you can't do nothing about it.
Come at me, bro.
Technically, we have a
Well,
button
way
for that
up
too,
there.
Adam.
It's kind of hard. It's way up there.
I'm going to freak everyone out with this clip.
I am
No, this is
higher
the
than giraffe pussy.
Fire.
That clip has gotten better over time.
The extra reverb really put it over the edge for me. I love it. I adore that clip. Because that clip has been R&D'd over like a year.
Yeah,
we've messed with
like I
that a
said,
few
some
times.
love went into that one.
Carnage, thank you for the sub, buddy. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Always appreciate you being here.
The backstory between the drug addicts clip was I was playing Marvel Rivals, and one guy, no one is talking on comms, and one guy just goes, "Y'all, I'm drunk as fuck." And then some other guy goes, "I'm high, dude." And then I went, "I'm on heroin." And they stopped talking. And then we ended up winning, and I just went, "Good job, drug addicts," at the end. Like over comms. Let's do it. We did it, guys.
That's a classic
Adam,
escalation.
thank you for the sub, buddy.
Yeah, Bezos dollars.
Hearing the story makes me appreciate it that much more.
Yeah, that's
See,
great.
they were drug addicts who can
Yay.
encourage.
You get them free dollars.
Free bucks. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, man. Oh, Bree, what did you link me? Is this going to scare me?
One can only help.
You might want to watch it later, but that was what I thought of when I saw the Kinky Pizza Time.
Nice.
Oh, but I want to watch it now.
I mean, if it didn't have actual nudity, I would just pop it in the Discord.
How bad is
We're
the
all
nudity? It's
adults
on
here, and I'm
YouTube.
not
It
even
can't
on
be
the-
that bad, can it?
It's not that bad.
Dude, don't
YouTube
get
after
fucking banned
dark.
from Twitch on your birthday.
didn't-
Oh, no, I'm not going to play it on Twitch, but Discord, you could run that shit
I
on
was gonna say.
Discord. Put it in the
Yeah, I didn't
memes.
realize Discord was censored.
Yeah. I've seen way gnarlier stuff on Discord before. Shitsy
Well,
on you.
I mean-
Thank you for the sub. We got a hype
Yo,
train
let's
going.
go. Hype train.
And then Injury
Birthday
with
hype
30
train.
bits.
30
bits
biddies.
for making Jacob's face huge. Love
What's
it. Love it.
What's the tumbler glass on your stream? What is that?
Oh, it's called a
Oh, the
bit
bits
cup.
go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
a
bits
bit cup. Okay, sorry, I'm not familiar.
I'm not
Two
sure
bits,
why it's
one
empty.
cup.
It usually has bits in there, but
It does.
yeah, if
I
someone
see 'em.
drops biddies, you'll see faces
I
just
see
drop
them.
down into it.
Yeah. I see some bits in there.
Yep.
I'm just
Everybody keeps dropping big single denominations, so they come down as one.
Yeah.
If somebody donates like, let's say $10, hint, fan base, maybe they could do it as like a bunch of
In
$1.
individual pennies.
Yeah, individual pennies.
1,000
Hint, birthday fans.
1,000 bits dropping down.
Do you guys know who Darkside Phil is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been watching like videos of him lately, and like literally, it gave me an idea where I was just like, I want to make a joke podcast, or not like a joke stream where all you do is set the goal at like $500,000 for your first goal, and you just sit on the play screen of a game and be like, we're not starting this until the goal happens. I don't know what the fuck you guys' problem is, and do nothing but that for like 3 hours because it'll never happen, and just do that forever. Do that, well, not forever. Do it for at least a month. Just to do that because it's insane, dude. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry at all.
It's like weird.
I think
to
I
be
got
like,
my idea.
he literally just sits there. He's like, okay, we'll do something once you've given me enough money. But until then, allow me to complain. I was losing my mind laughing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how? How do you say these words out loud? Amazing.
Oh, an actual person did that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have
The
some people
legendary
demanding a
Dark
sound
Side
clip,
Bill.
so I got to play it. But
Wet pancakes.
there we go. That's what the crowd is demanding.
May your
Jordan,
pancakes
thank you
ever
for the
be
birthday
moistened.
wishes. I share the birthday with your father. That's cool. That's pretty neat. Happy birthday to your dad.
I am.
Word to your dad.
I was about to say.
Our friend Hex, it's his mother's birthday today. So a lot of people born today.
Hey, I know Hex. Happy birthday, Hex Mom.
He's a good dude. He's good peoples.
I know Hex
all good
also.
people.
Hi, Hex.
Right.
That's. I think it's. I know Hex. Yeah, if it's the same one everybody else is thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Same one.
It is.
Oh, yeah, I know him. He's a good dude.
I'm posting the clip.
Do it.
I have
Oh, it's
never been
nakedness.
more scandalized by a clip posting in my life.
And our Discord shut down. Oh, well.
And the FBI's involved. Okay. All right. This went off the chains immediatly.
GoldenEye, thank you for the biddies. Chris, thank you for the biddies. Injury, thank you for the single bit. There's one single
Gotta get that
heart
one
in
bit
there.
badge.
The bitch.
I appreciate
that
everybody dropping bits and
That cup's
dropping
halfway
subs
full.
and
Look
all
at that. Look at that
The
delightfully
bits.
full cup.
It is beautiful.
Singular.
Now, if someone subs, a big heavy bit should drop down and make everything explode.
Oh man, that'd be crazy if somebody hit the subscribe button on Joe's birthday. Wouldn't that be wild?
Hype train level 1 achieved.
Let's
Boom.
go.
I want to honestly thank you because we never get hype trains on this show. So thank you everyone for the bits and donations and all that fun stuff.
They've lowered the standard for the hype train.
They have 50 cents.
Jesus.
Hype train.
Dude, the cup's almost full.
It's getting there. It's getting there. We got a lot of faces hanging out in that cup. Be a shame if something made them all fly away.
Oh man.
Like a sub.
Would be absolutely nuts if somebody that was watching, dropped a sub.
But not if you spent a lot on it. Those things can be oily as shit. Don't let it leak everywhere.
Like a meatball sub would be good.
Ooh.
Oh, I love meatball
now we're
subs.
talking.
Oh.
Those
Some
are tasty.
mozzarella and parmesan on there.
Pepper jack cheese. What's wrong with you?
I'm not
Dude,
into
there
the
used to
pepper.
be a place near
I
our
do
friend
both.
Hewitt's house that sold. You could get any sub you wanted. I mean, I would always do a meatball sub on it with garlic bread, like
Ooh.
Yeah.
garlic
Oh,
bread, like the big, like a whole toasted loaf of garlic bread with your meatballs.
Nice.
It was fucking amazing.
Now I want Subway. God damn it!
So does Carnage.
Y'all motherfuckers need to stop talking food. I am so damn hungry now.
We go back
When I get
all
Subway,
you.
I
know the
definitely get
feeling.
their meatball sub, but their new one, the Boss, with the pepperoni on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me that.
Let me see where my calorie deficit is right now.
Pernell's like, can
How long
I
do I have to
DoorDash
starve
Subway
myself for a
right now?
meatball sub?
Well, I'm not DoorDashing. I got food in the kitchen, but I'm 2,175 calories over or under right now. So that's a
Oh,
trip.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm
2,000
doing it right
under?
or wrong. Yeah, I'm allowed 3,087 calories a day, but when you exercise, it subtracts it from your total number. So
Oh.
I still have 2,157 calories to go for the day. But
All
obviously,
of
then you gotta
that is fictitious voodoo in my brain. I
Yeah,
can't even
at what-
wrap my head around any of that.
At what speed do I have to run to eat a sandwich and it not count ever? Like the number stays at zero.
You have to outrun your consumption of the sandwich.
I want to
This
hook
is
me up to
your
a
eating-
food IV. I want to be at fucking stasis.
You're just eating the sandwich and it's just like going back at it. Stop running away from me. I want to taste you.
I have
Dude,
no
would you ever?
actual
Do you think you'd ever
desire
actually?
for food. I just want to be at stasis. Like, what is
I don't know. I don't know what that feels like. I've always either had lots of food or a little bit of food. I've never had like no food but energy. You know what I mean?
Stasis is the place, I guess.
Well, I just it's appropriate because I just got done watching fucking Iron Man. What do you need? A goddamn arc reactor in your chest? You build a with a fucking in a cave?
Just thinking, man. Just thought experiments. Like, what if you just ran on a treadmill whenever you ate? Would you poop?
On the treadmill? Like while running? Just let it
That's
fly
going to come back around on you.
Just thinking.
Literally.
Oh, God, no!
That's going to be a very fast reaping of what you
sow.
sow.
It's gone. Oh, it's back. Ew. Okay, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Okay, it's gone.
Step dodge.
Just imagine someone trying to eat like pasta running at full speed.
It's like twirling spaghetti on the fork.
A to-go cup with SpaghettiOs in it and just drink it.
That's why you and Bob are so like close and friends, Matt. Because like that's some shit Bob would say. Like, could you imagine a guy just running on a treadmill eating loose pasta? Like that is a Bob Bros thought.
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely
waiting to happen.
From many states away, that's definitely what drew me into you gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Those kind of discussions, because that's absolutely my thing too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Not alone.
Yeah. Never alone. In loose spaghetti thoughts.
Oh, man.
It's always on my mind.
Oh, so it's been 40 minutes and we've accomplished nothing. I love it. It's been a long time since I've had an episode this dumb, and I'm so happy about it. Like, so many of our...
Me and Matt are at your service.
You bring a couple dummies. It's going to be pretty dumb.
It's going to make for some great YouTube listening later.
So many of our shows are just like boiled down to like interview for an hour and then reviews, or like news for 45 minutes and then reviews. Like we try to banter, we try to have fun here and there, but we're just so focused on getting stuff done. This episode, we don't have much to do, so we could just dick around.
Hey, you invited all the
or
professional
all the
idiots.
2,000 calories to go.
Let's do it.
Well, you got to take into account your giggle exercise and how many calories you're burning with each giggle. Remember.
Sure.
What can we make Pernell eat to fill that 2,000 calorie void?
There's no make. I already know what I'm eating.
Can of Crisco. What?
Oh yeah, that'll just call the fucking paramedics on me. Lord-tastic. He who smelt it,
ice cream cake by yourself.
A what?
An entire ice cream cake by yourself.
That's way more than 2,000 calories.
Well, first of all, where's Fudgy the Whale? Because he ain't in my house.
Man, Fudgy the
Carvel
Whale
in my freezer.
What a hero.
Oh, yeah?
Because my wife
Well,
loves
it is your
me.
birthday. I was like, that's not a surprising thing to hear. Today's your birthday. If you
can get like all the Carvel. You can get all the Carvel basics at a lot of grocery stores anymore.
Yeah,
but not
picked up a giant.
Oh heck! I thought that there wasn't a Carvel in my town anymore, but there is.
Nice.
Like an actual Carvel shop?
Yeah.
Dedicated?
Like,
oh damn.
Yeah.
Matt, do you remember the one that was? This is very specific to Matt. Do you remember the one that was in Parkville next to the Mars?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we used to go there all the time.
Oh, God, yes.
All the time.
Very true.
In Hazleton, we had a Carvel across the street from Carmen's, which was another ice cream place.
Oh, okay.
So
I've never heard of Carmen's.
Oh, no, it's just
Carmen's
a local place.
Friend.
So they were just fighting each other all the time. Carmen's is
there's
still
actually
there.
a Carvel near me. Sweet.
None of us, we're sleeping on it. Carvel's low-key everywhere, and we don't even know.
Damn, now I'm going to see if there's a Carvel up in PA where I am.
It's weird. It's like, it's not on the map, but it's on Google Maps. Like, there's a list of it, but I can't find any of them. This is so odd. I feel like I'm uncovering a conspiracy here.
Ian says Carvel is like the hidden quest objective. You forget it exists, but when you happen to find one...
Oh, wow. There's
that's
Joe.
why.
There's one in Wilkes-Barre.
Oh.
They're trying to get me to go to Delray Beach, Florida from here to my nearest Carvel. So that's
Oh my god.
Yeah, the closest one to me is like 2 hours out. That's
well, forget VGM Con, guys. I guess my 19-hour road trip is free to
Get a cake.
go get a Fudgy the Whale near Boca Raton.
I'm trying to figure out where this place is in Wilkes-Barre, but my map is like fucking up big time. Oh, it's down.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I know where that is. Huh. Interesting. I might have to go there.
What's your favorite part about an ice cream cake?
the
Crunchies
cookie
in the middle.
crunchies.
The
Yeah,
crunchies
dude.
in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Pretty much the best part.
Is there like any debate on that?
Why don't they do like it's always 2 layers? Why not 3 layers of ice cream cake so I can have more crunchies?
7-layer fudge cake.
Always,
Carvel
I
always
mean,
Carvel
this
has-
island
Philadelphia.
ice cream cake fucked me up.
Carvel has a cake that is like literally covered in the crunchies. It's like a monster of some kind.
Yeah, but okay. Well, all right.
Crunchy the whale.
See, now that I'm thinking about like a multi-layer like ice cream treat, I'm totally like the Viennetta commercials playing in my mind. The lust.
You know, that was
begins anew.
So
and when we
elegant.
were kids, like this group
Luxury.
specifically, when we were kids, that was like, oh, that's what rich people eat. I'm
We'll
sure.
never be able to get that.
I'll
Yeah.
stick with my Sara Lee pound cake like a poor person. I can't even fathom what
When I was a
ambrosia
kid-
that must be.
Yeah, those
When I was a kid, I
commercials
thought- I
made it
thought the-
seem like that box of fucking ice cream cost $294. It really did. It was like on par with Diamond and like Bentley commercials.
I've never seen a
For me,
Viennetta
though,
before. I just put it on screen. It is like one of the most delicious ice creams you could ever have.
Oh yeah, it was mad good, but the commercials made it seem
Like it was
like-
like
the commercial-
$400.
like you were outclassed by this fucking box of ice cream. Like that's what it was.
You
know
are
what I mean?
Yeah,
you are
this-
beneath it. You're
Like yeah. Like
See, what-
to think you could be in the same room as this dessert? Fuck you, first off. Like
And see what Joe has posted, this actual picture of an actual Viennetta, just looks like, you know, a 70s cooking, like, or like a 70s cookbook disaster.
Oh yeah.
Like-
If you just color shifted that green, like you can tell me it's something.
Yeah, exactly. You just put that in a
Plastic
Jello mold.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no. Like the commercial is what it's all about. It was just like the peak of what could be accomplished in fake, like, you know, hype, I suppose. Fake ice cream hype.
Like, I'm pretty sure they started doing fake cheeseburger commercials for McDonald's and Burger King because of the Viennetta commercials. Like, that's what I'm saying. It started a revolution of food advertising that was lies. It was all lies.
Hey, there,
Well, I
there was
kinda
someone
wish,
else we
like-
could blame with Viennetta. Grey Poupon.
Oh my god.
Big deal.
Grey Poupon.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I like the idea of
Hands
an
it out a
alternate
fucking
universe.
Who gives someone mustard from
Through a
another
window.
car? Like, I'm eating a
Rich
hot dog. Yo,
people do.
bro, do you have any mustard? Yeah,
No, rich
man.
Yo,
people
these
do
rich
that.
people-
Only rich people.
Rich people
They
look
live
out
a
for,
life
for
you
each
can't
You
other.
think rich
comprehend.
people eat in their cars?
Yes. Why would they not? They could buy another car. You
Because
drop
they
some
can
money,
only
fuck
eat
it, buy a new car.
1,200 calories a day, Pernell. They can't. They're like that shit is so regimented. They're not just eating on the fly. There's
They
no
totally
fucking
are.
way.
Oh, they totally are. Rich people do all that shit. Oh, I'm too fat. Suck that shit. I got money. I'll do it again later.
That's how they make the Grey Poupon.
I love that.
The secret to Grey Poupon is the aristocrat fat.
I'm not even gonna start this conversation, but here we fucking go. Like, what?
Oh.
I've seen rich people eat mayonnaise before. Grey Poupon's not the only fucking sandwich spread there is in the goddamn universe, and don't even get me fucking horseradish. Get out of here with this shit.
Yeah, the
People don't eat
limited-
horseradish. They got Grey Poupon.
That's
And
Oh
then
my
when they
God.
get done with that shit, they go to Red Lobster.
Any food that sounds like, oh my god.
Oh my god! This fantasy land of millionaires eating a Red Lobster,
And Red
eating in
Lobster.
their barbecue, going to Red Lobster and liposuction. fuck.
Like writing a Terry Gilliam film here.
With the seafood.
I want to
rubber
explore the
feet.
alternate universe where Vienna, like, no one, everybody thought they were so expensive, nobody bought them, and they had to, like, reverse their ad campaign and then show, like, hobos eating and shit. So, like, people would be like, oh, I can eat that, that's fine. I can afford that.
The everyman food.
Vertically impaired coming in with the 84-month resub.
Years of your life.
Seriously, he's been a supporter for a long, long time.
Sorry.
Tony, love having you here. Thank you so much for the support and for making all the biddies go flying out of the cup. It's fun to watch.
Thanks for being short as fuck, apparently. I'm just going off the name. That's all I got.
We love a short
that's fair.
king.
That is fair.
I mean, I'm 6'8". Like, I have to call stuff like that out, like, legally. You know what I mean?
5'1". He needs to stand next to you.
I could. I'm sorry, but I could probably throw you over my house. That's crazy.
You are a hill giant.
As I am wont to do as a hill
Someone
giant.
shorter than me.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the house isn't all that big because he's not a Grey Poupon like person.
Yeah, true. That's true. I don't have Viennetta or Grey Poupon, so you know my house ain't all that big.
It's a lovely house, but not Red Lobster, 3 stories kind of.
Oh, are you kidding me? If I go near Red Lobster, my car automatically turns away, and it's not a self-driving car. I don't know how it works.
All right. This is my Red Lobster story. I hope you're ready. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Nonsense. So, a friend in high school, when we all, I was friends with a bunch of people that didn't go to my high school, so everybody had separate graduations, and our one friend, Devlin, he graduated, and his mom was like, hey, we're having a graduation party on this day. You should come. And I was like, okay, cool. We show up to his entire family being there dressed like they're going to church, and a limo, like a stretch, like Escalade or something stupid. And it's like me, Bob, like our friends.
Yeah.
None of us dressed up because we thought it was a party at his house, so we're all dressed like hobos, and we get loaded into a fucking limo to be driven to his family's church where there's going to be a ceremony. None of us went in. We hung out with the limo driver because we were like, I'm not going in that church dressed like this. So we played basketball with a fucking limo driver in the parking lot the whole time. Then, after that, we're supposed to go get dinner at Red Lobster, and right after we order our food, the driver calls and is like, you got 30 minutes left. So we had to be like, we need everything we just ordered to go, and ended up eating Red Lobster on the trunk lids of cars in a parking lot outside of his house.
That's decadent.
Right? I felt rich as fuck. A limo dropped me off to eat Red Lobster off the hood of a car.
I was only going to wait 30 minutes.
It's all downhill from there, baby. I was top of the mountain then.
Living in the lap of luxury.
Dave K is joining the show. Fuck. Dave K, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you.
These and that have been incredibly stupid in here.
Oh, you have.
Well, I would expect nothing else from listeners, sweet listeners. Welcome back to SML, the Sweetie Meaty Lummox podcast, where big wet boys become big wet men. How's everybody doing?
Did you say Sweetie Meaty? Because
big sweetie men sweating meat.
I said sweaty Meaty Lummox podcast, but Sweetie will do in a pinch. They're pretty much based on each other. And Sweetie. I would also, as recall, the last time I was here, I think I spent half of my allotted speaking time eating a sandwich directly into the mic.
Hell yes!
I would like to apologize for my blatant professional behavior. On an unrelated note, I love goldfish crackers a lot.
Question.
Oh no!
Oh, so good.
Could you please drink something?
Raising my hand here, I have a question for the goldfish man. How fancy was the mustard on your sandwich?
Was this like gutter, street garbage, or handed through a window?
Was it handed to you through a limousine window?
It was not, I think. I'm not Aquaman. I can't speak goldfish.
Yeah, I don't speak goldfish. I'm sorry.
The mustard I put on my sandwich was a gift
from a man in a fancy limo.
I can't rule that out because I don't know where the person who gave me the mustard bought the mustard. But what I can tell you, oh god, these goldfish are so good.
What
I can tell you is that it was black truffle mustard.
Ooh.
And that shit is WD good.
Oh, dude, that's real stuff, though. Should be handed through a window of a limo.
Yeah.
Black truffle mustard?
You better keep special cakes to find it.
I would not recommend touching your balls after handling black truffle mustard.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That might be a rough day.
Evening, I've heard. But enough about that. Everybody else is not going.
One, depending
Dave,
on
you
how
got something to tell us?
Yeah, sure. Let me just get another handful of goldfish here, and I'll tell you all about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute riot. Joe, happy birthday. I need to get going.
What are you streaming tonight, Bree?
I am going to be streaming some Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I know you're going to be talking about that later. It comes out in 2 days, so I get to play it early.
Nice.
Yeah.
Suck it, nerds.
And
right,
I'm going to
anyway.
be talking about that later on tonight.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, fancy.
See you later, Bree.
But
have
of course,
fun,
Have a good night,
Bree.
everybody.
Catch you later.
Yeah,
I'm
she,
gonna go ahead and
she
claim
streams on her own
responsibility
as well.
I'm going to go ahead and claim responsibility for chasing
So they
her
feel like they
out
gave her a
podcast
copy
evening.
for the streaming.
Dave, you have no idea what has happened before. Yeah,
We've
your
heard
mustard,
about
your
beavers.
fancy mustard is not going to put a dent in the fucking hole I've dug.
No. I thought it was.
We
No, what's
learned
the
about the
mustard?
Beavers and the Burger King song.
They know everything, Dave. They know everything.
Oh shit! You learned about the burgers and the beavers. Matt was teaching you about sex.
Abort.
Fucking P&V style mom and dad time.
Please, I've got to refer to that as now beavers and burgers.
Burgers and beavers. Yeah.
Put you down, son. Tell you about the burgers and the beavers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Coolness, thank you for the 8-month sub. I appreciate having you here. I appreciate hanging out.
Speaking of subs, I do actually have one here.
Oh my god!
What kind of
Who
sub?
are they?
It is. It's not a fancy sub. It is
Did you say who are they?
Is it a hot dog?
Yes,
instead
I
of a
was not
sub?
paying attention. I am so sorry. I
you
thought
put
this
Grey
conversation
Poupon
went
on
in
your
a different
mustard?
I got a
direction.
sub over here. Who are they?
Well, they're not allowed to speak into the mic, so don't even worry about that.
That's fair.
Here. Very good.
I call them. What?
But they can bark, right?
They're the gray area. This
Barking.
is more of a human.
Are you asking
more of
for
a human,
barking? Aki, do you
more of a
want
human footstool situation?
Aki, do you want light barking? Or
No
hard
wonder he's eating
barking?
truffle mustard, this son of a bitch. He's got a human footstool. Jesus Christ, you got Tesla stock, Dave? What are you not
Oh no, I'd be fucked up on ketamine if I had Tesla stock. Keep up.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't be eating those sub.
If you had Tesla stock, you'd be crying, but
That's fair.
Well, yeah. I'd be just filling that K hole with tears. Is what I would be doing.
Yeah, if you have Tesla stock, you should probably sell that shit because it keeps going down.
And it's not going to get any better.
Listeners, if you have Tesla stock, sell it. Get away from the Nazis.
And buy a bunch of t-shirts.
Yes. buy a bunch of Whopper t-shirts.
Yeah, buy that drink weed shirt too. Don't you have that one there?
That is a good one.
One of my friends bought that and wore it on stream. It looks good in purple.
Hell yeah!
Like it looks.
Everything
really
looks good in purple.
You should make a shirt that says "Drinking blunts and smoking 40s."
You should do that.
Writing that down.
That's good advice. It's good advice. You hold that shit close to you. It may save your life one day. So after Matt gave you guys the talk, what else have you guys been shooting shit about in here?
That's really about it. It's just been insanity for an hour.
It took a minute for me to get shut down on my beaver speech again, but you get 1,000 no's, right?
I understand you. I understand your hatred for beavers.
Look, Matt, the only thing we really have against it is that it's insane and wrong. Other than that,
Come on. What do you mean? What is that? That's not even a valid criticism in this day and age. So give me a break. I talked a bunch. I was very passionate.
I'm sure you were. Look, I've heard.
Go fuck
what else do you need?
I've heard the beaver speech before. I'm worldly.
Also, I didn't find it that passionate personally.
Dude. That was a truncated version for this show. They all
the full thing is
minute. It's a lot.
Yeah, no,
like 45
during
minutes.
The IMAX film, there was a dissertation, not by a presenter, but by Matt.
Yeah, Grant spent less time addressing the troops at Vicksburg than fucking Matt did addressing us.
Trying to learn y'all. So.
I mean, we did learn something. Whether it was what you intended us to learn or not.
Dave.
Go on. Yeah, what's up?
Today I was given a gift. That gift was a book that is a 620-page Sovereign Citizen Handbook.
Hell yeah!
Called Skunk in a Tuxedo is the name of the book.
God, yes.
It's so awesome.
They know it's coming back. I can feel it. No.
So, Matt, how much of it have you read?
I mean, I was just handed it today, and I'm not going to read a single page of it. Are you insane?
Yeah,
oh my god, no! Oh my god, what just happened?
No,
I am flipping through the pages, and I stop on page 245 of chapter 11, titled "Are You a Jew?"
Oh god! No! Oh boy!
Wow!
No!
That book.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is nutso stuff.
I believe the person that handed you that book may have been a Nazi, actually.
No, there's just a crazy suffering. Well, I don't know. That's
everywhere.
Well, yeah.
Oh boy, they definitely live in a mountain. They don't have
Beavers
a
and
license
Nazis are
plate.
just everywhere. You can't get rid of them.
They're both.
I mean, you can. You just can't do it legally.
That's fair.
Punch a Nazi or punch a beaver. Either way, you're helping humanity.
Don't punch beavers, lick beavers.
Oh,
that's sage advice.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Good. Oh, okay.
I should never open this. So there's a whole page. The top just says there are many self-evident innate rights that a man possesses, of which a few will be listed to trigger the imagination. A few.
To trigger the imagination.
34 of them are listed.
Is this just Chris Jericho's list of wrestling moves that he knows?
Kind of.
Arm bar.
Sovereign right number 1, arm bar.
A man has a right to start and manage a business, Dave. Do you not understand that? But all right, so there's 34 things. It fills the entire page. You flip the page. The first thing on the next page is et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Your rights as a man, as a sovereign being on this earth is so important, I do not need to list or describe most of them.
So on and so forth, as you will.
Yeah, my point is so tedious that not even I feel like proving it a lot of the time. Really a good selling point for your plot. That's very
I'm
good.
gonna learn
They
so
still
much.
wanted to know if you were a Jew, though. Oof.
Yeah, I don't.
Big
That's
oof.
disturbing.
Considering
Not what
who
I
it
was
was written by, I'm surprised it took them that long to get there.
I don't know. I've
still
watched a
sad
lot of
that they got there at all.
Was it
videos.
written by Andrew Tate? Who wrote it?
This man's name is Dennis Sullivan. Write him a letter, y'all.
The Andrew Tate version is basically the same, but that chapter is called "Are You a Woman?" So it's not any better. It's as bad.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's "Are you a Jewish woman?" But sure.
Oh boy, I'm gonna stop this joke here before it gets.
You're gonna pee on.
I'm slamming the window down on the fingers of this joke.
Yep.
Since I have a wrestle group here, I got to get a public opinion from everyone here.
Sure.
What's everyone's thoughts on John Cena going heel, being a bad guy after 20 years of being the smiley good guy? He's a dastardly bad man now.
I'm
Makes a
gonna
good story.
This is gonna be a quick one for me. I have zero nostalgia for the LOL Cena wins era, so I don't care.
I second that because I wasn't watching then either. So it's just a thing they're doing to me.
I watched the promo you posted in the thing. It was pretty cool. For him to just be like, hey, you remember the last 20 years? Fuck y'all. I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
you never liked me. You never liked me, and then I tricked you into liking me, and now you look like idiots because you look like me, and I look like a moron. I was kind of like, that's fucking funny.
I just love where he's like, all you people who love me and whatever else, like you and that kid right there.
Right kid right there.
Like the front row, he just points out a kid and they cut to the kid who looks devastated. Like with a John Cena shirt on, he's all sad.
We're just calling people out from the Blues Brothers car. You on the bike. You two girl.
Like, I have no doubt that John Cena, the professional actor, is doing an amazing job. I've got no doubt about that. But like, I don't watch the product, so I can't say, oh, that's awesome, or oh, that's not great. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Well, I posted that one promo in the spot. I think you should watch it. It's a solid promo.
I'm also hyper biased against that company.
Yeah. I know.
I'll probably watch it at some point.
I'm still gonna get you to try it somehow. I'll keep pushing. One day you'll join a Raw stream and you'll actually watch the wrestling instead of just playing Rivals the whole time.
Honestly, dude, just stick to playing Rivals. It show's boring as shit.
Yeah, and I don't even have to say anything for that knowledge to get to me, Joe. That's how I know.
Like, I feel like it's a sign that when their first show on Netflix, their big debut on this huge streaming platform to introduce like all these new people to their very at the moment successful wrestling product, is Triple H thanking Netflix executives for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that sucked.
Shit, that sucked.
Yeah.
And it set a tone for what the rest of the show is. They're still ashamed of being a pro wrestling company.
It's not a pro wrestling company. You got to remember they're an
sports entertainment company.
Yeah, that they're not. No one buys them except them. They're a fucking wrestling company, and they're not particularly like
it's cinema. They make cinema.
I mean, they're at the height of their popularity right now, so people are enjoying it.
No, I know that.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean,
who are these people you speak of?
Me, I enjoy it.
I mean, they are doing. So they're doing. Their Netflix viewership is dropping a lot, but like the arenas and stuff are still filling up. Like they are selling a lot of tickets at the moment. So they are.
The fact that anyone watched that on Netflix is shocking.
I just feel like
itself.
Why is that shocking?
Because that is not what you use Netflix for.
Well, that's
live
a weird
sports,
complaint because
it's going to
the way
be.
shit's changing. Like that shit's changing very rapidly right now.
Yeah, because streaming companies are run by idiots and they don't know what to do because none of their other advertising revenue streams are making any money. So it's live sports or death.
How about Warner Brothers getting rid of like all the Looney Tunes stuff off their service?
I don't like that either. I mean, WB is also run by morons.
Yeah. What's the purpose of their service then? If they remove the Looney Tunes from it,
rent seeking,
other bullshit that no one cares about.
Rent seeking, essentially, like every American business at this point. It sucks.
Yeah.
Luckily, AEW is still good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yay!
I just punched my mic stand, son of a bitch. Oh.
That made me
man, that sucked.
How about I got a question for you, Joe?
What's your question?
How do you feel about John Cena not having a bald spot anymore?
Oh, all right, here we go. Now we're getting the real shit.
Because every time he's on the screen, you chastise the man for having a bald spot.
The only thing I've seen without the bald spot was that one little clip, which I'm guessing is for a movie role. On Raw, he kept his hat on.
Why are you picking on the man for having a bald spot? All you are is a bald spot.
Exactly.
Burn him alive. Get him.
Let's see. Where's the kick button?
Don't hate me for the truth.
I just think if he's like one of the most successful actors going right now and one of the most popular wrestlers going right now, and he has so much money, get hair plugs. For the love of God, he can afford hair plugs. I can't.
He just
can he afford the rich taste of Viennetta?
Yeah, he might be spending all his money on Viennetta.
It's true.
He can't afford it.
Viennetta?
He's got to keep like 9 jars of Grey Poupon in the car just in case some rich person rolls up and asks for his jar.
Or me. He might need to just give me fancy mustard every so often.
I love the idea
or Don Callis because just slather Don Callis and Grey Poupon.
I think it's more like I think the Cena ball. I don't give a shit if he gets Turkish hair plugs or not. I mean, he's a wrestler who's going to eventually, but like the fact that he showed up and he's noticeably smaller because he's not juiced to the gills anymore, and he's looking older and melty, and he has a bald spot is just a lot to take in all at once. From a guy who looked basically the same for like 12 years running. All of a
he
sudden,
looks like Jim Varney, which is once I noticed that, I'll never be able to see anything else.
He does, yeah.
Oh God, he kind of does look like Jim.
Oh man,
he does, Jim Varney.
He does look like Ernest Goes to the Gym.
Yep.
I miss the Ernest movies.
Ernest Goes to
WWE.
Yeah, I love those movies as a kid.
I am so pissed that he did not live long enough for us to get Jim Varney in True Detective. How badass would that have been? Oh my God.
That would
fucked up Lovecraft Jim Varney would have ruled.
No,
dude,
Jesus.
if you rewatch Ernest Goes to Camp, he murders people at the end of that movie. Children are murdering people at the end of that movie. It's madness what they do at the end of that film. They waged war on those people. It's nuts to think.
Yeah, eggs erroneous turned out to be a very potent bioweapon. I fucking love that movie. I mean, I like most of the Ernest movies.
Have you ever seen Fast Food? This is a Jim Varney movie. It's called Fast Food. Oh my god! It's so good. But not. I mean, it's like a sex romp comedy about like a nerd and his friend who's like working at a burger place, and they like his friend like invents like a love potion. Basically, just like horny juice. He invents like Spanish fly in his lab, and they just start injecting it into the burgers at the burger joint they work at.
Why Why is this an Ernest movie and not a Bill Cosby movie?
Well, it's not an Ernest. Well,
Jim Varney.
because everybody's awake for this. Nobody's asleep. It's like it's an upper.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the bad guy in the movie is Jim Varney, who owns like a burger chain, and his character is so awesome. It's just so great to see him do something that isn't Ernest and fucking nail it. You know,
I've seen something where he was a bad guy before. I wonder if it's the same thing.
I do like that he was basically in fast food Porky's. That sounds pretty good.
Dude, his introduction is him in his office riding a mechanical like horse that would be outside of like a drugstore.
Yeah.
In his office while he's watching the commercial for the other place, talking shit about them. And when it's in the middle of his speech about fucking wanting to destroy them, the thing stops running and he just stops talking and turns and stares at his assistant until he puts a quarter in it. And then he just goes right back into his speech.
Movies do not take big swings like that anymore, and it's really a bummer that they don't.
It's a really funny movie.
This movie's not available to watch online anywhere.
Oh, fuck.
Because I want to see this now.
It was really funny.
I'm going to see if there's an archive.org version anywhere.
eBay fast food DVD.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, it exists.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
$15.
Of course it does. Well, I guess I gotta buy it. What the fuck do I care? Send it to me, Joe. I'll buy it.
Tracy Lords is in it too?
Yeah. It's a sexy movie, Joe.
It's a PG-13.
She's probably of big age.
Yeah, it's a movie about making essentially about horny flavored Mountain Dew. That should have a Tracy. That should have Tracy Lords.
What is this movie called?
Let's just go fast food.
Baja Butt Blast. I don't know.
I spent all my money on the
rails.
Yeah.
What's
I never
that
said Barney
food made?
podcasts. Oh god, had to be like 89 or 88 or something, or maybe even
Found
earlier
it.
than
Okay, cool.
You found the movie?
You found Baja Butt Blast. Where'd you find it?
I think I found it. I'm not saying where I found it.
It's one of those sites.
Yar har, yo, just yar har. That's all I have to say about that.
It's really funny. So, recently, Rip in Peace, one of the Pirate Bay co-founders, died, and they showed a picture of him, and I was like, this dude looks like the kind of dude who would want to shut down the Pirate Bay. Like, he was like a middle-aged man in a suit kind of thing.
Wasn't he a weird Nazi guy too?
Oh, I don't know about that. That sounds likely.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, just like the look of him, I was just like, this is like a guy that would shut down the Pirate Bay.
well, isn't that always how it is? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he did look like the kind of guy who he looked like someone who would be shutting down like a teen rec center in an 80s comedy.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So Ian sent me a fun little factoid about Ernest Goes to Camp. He says, in the last week of filming the battle scene, the state park booked another group a Quaker retreat. The state park said they had to get permission from the Quakers, who are also known for their pacifism. John R. Cherry III and the producer had a long meeting with the Quaker elders. They left and the Quakers prayed and discussed their request. After an hour, they emerged and said, "You have our permission with one requirement. We get to be in the movie." Battle scene was mainly cast using the Quakers and Dixon, Tennessee Volunteer Fire Department.
Whoa. Okay.
So there you go.
That's a really convenient
so put us in your movie.
That's a really convenient religious calling. It's like God says we can do this, but we also get to dip our beaks. You know what I'm saying?
And Ian joined in. I didn't know if you were joining in or not. So, hi, Ian.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was actually just getting ready to jump out.
Were you?
So, yeah, I'm pretty tired.
We should probably wrap up the chatter. We got a handful of small reviews. A handful of reviews. One's a big one, but not too many to talk about. Who's going to stick around? Who's going to head out?
time?
I'm going to call it an evening.
It's 10 o'clock.
Thanks for having me, and happy birthday, you fart stain.
Oh, thanks, honey.
Well, fuck, I'll talk to half of you tomorrow.
Yeah. Talk to you tomorrow night, Adam.
Probably about the same thing.
Yeah, probably about the same.
Pick up right where we left off.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Later.
Later,
Adam.
Oh, Dave, you sticking around or are you heading out?
What time is it? I should probably. What's on the docket for reviews?
Let's see. Tonight's reviews, going down the list, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows to talk about, Expelled, Blobun, Pixel Cross Rune Factory, and a quick update on Ender Magnolia. And then our good friend Norg is going to read an email review for us. We're going to staple that onto the end.
I will stick around for the Assassin's Creed review because I'm interested. That sounds fun.
Can't keep Bojangles.
Ian, you going to hang out?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool. Horror Acolyte, you going to stick around?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
I feel bad. You haven't said anything at all. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. A little tired, but
are you enjoying the madness at least?
It's crazy, all right. It's something.
he's tired. Of listening to your idiot friends and their dumb conversation.
Learned a lot about
this
beavers.
Was a video game podcast. Why the fuck are we talking about beavers and mustard?
Oh, and we talk about beavers almost every time I'm on here. It's fine.
True. Matt, were you going to stick around or are you heading out?
I think I'm going to head out. I came to here straight from finishing dinner. I want to have some me time for today.
Very good.
At some point.
Well, thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
I'm going to go goon until like 3 a.m. and then go to work in the morning. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
The fappening be happening.
He's going to edge himself until he looks like the guy from that Russian sleep experiment photo, and then he's going to go to...
Oh, man. I have something to say about that.
Go for it.
Really? Well, go on.
I'm sorry, it's not dirty, but have you seen the reveal of what that actually is?
No.
Do tell.
Actually, I think I have, but I don't remember.
It's literally just a prop in a Halloween store. They just took it's just that thing is just a thing you can buy and put in your yard right now.
Really?
Like there's a certain like a back, like a front yard Halloween like company, whatever, they make it. And so I just took a picture of one of the thing at a certain angle and then made it black and white and then just like, did that whole Russian experiment like story thing around it, as a creepypasta or whatever.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's like I've seen things debunked before, and it's usually pretty disappointing. Or like there's still like maybe a shred of doubt or something like that. But no, not on this. This is literally. I was like, I could just buy one of these if I had like I don't know, $100 or however much. So yeah, that's what that is. And yeah, I was disappointed.
I mean, now that I know I can buy a Russian sleep experiment victim, I just don't.
Yeah,
this is not something I had ever considered.
Spasm, and it's an animatronic sold at Spirit Halloween from the years of 2005 to 2008, and it cost $150.
Yeah.
So for adjusting for inflation, it's probably what, like $1,000 now.
Maybe.
I mean, if you can buy fast food on DVD for $15, I can't imagine that's too much. But you never know.
Yeah, true.
That fast, I don't think they know what they have.
Maybe.
They might be undercharging for that.
Pernell, have you tried the new Sprite Tropical Mix?
Pernell, please bail us out of this. Help.
What? How am I supposed to do that by him asking about a soda? No, I haven't had the soda.
Pernell's my soda buddy. When new sodas come in, I go to Pernell and we discuss them.
That's right. I try to get out of soda, but then new flavors come out and they pull me right the fuck back in. That's how it works. So no, but I haven't even seen that one. Wait, take it back. What was the brand again? It's not Sprite. What is this company?
It's Sprite. Sprite
I thought Sprite
tropical
did
mix.
a tropical mix already. I feel like I remember that.
Yeah,
This isn't tropical Sprite.
talking about it.
It's Sprite
Yeah,
tropical
like-
mix. This is like strawberry pineapple Sprite.
So if I'm remembering a tropical mix Sprite, this would be a different one from that.
I don't know. I was told this was released before, and this is a second run of it, but I never tried it before. So I
So it
didn't
is
know
the
about
same
it.
one. Yeah, I've tried it, but I remember liking it because I definitely tried it before. Because I have had Sprite Tropical before. It was a limited run when it happened then. They had a whole goofy commercial, but I was like a DJ Sprite Tropical mix. But yeah, it was good. Tastes like delicious.
What does it sound like?
I can't do it twice, Dave. It's a one and done. It's a unique sound that can't be replicated.
We got a unique.
I was like, DJ, roll that back, and he's like,
fucking no.
And you're right to do that. You're right to do
That is
that.
fair. That is an accurate depiction of my thoughts at the moment. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you were right to think that way. That was correct.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's another Sprite at Walmart. They have a strawberry kiwi Sprite.
Huh.
That sounds
like Sprite
delicious.
Start doing this. So why can't pizza places do this shit? Limited time pizzas and just keep shaking it up a bit. Pizza Hut has new cashew and almond pizza. Oh shit. Limited
Because they
time
don't want to
only.
make people incredibly sick with very disgusting pizzas.
You don't have to eat it, first of all.
Wait, who doesn't want to make people sick with gross pizza?
Pizza.
No,
She's like, I just want that basic shit. I don't want nothing special and tasty. Give me all that typical everyday pizza. I'm like, no, give me the real. Give me the good.
I don't
Yeah,
think
go
all
on
of
after
that
this
needs to
episode.
exist. After all, we still somehow have pineapple pizza, and that shit needs to be gotten rid of.
Never. You can just not eat it. Me and pineapple and ham are best friends. And I also put mandarin oranges on it to make you throw up twice. It's delicious. I am that guy who will eat traditional pizza, but like with most things, shake that shit up. I get 50 years on this earth, eat the same damn pizza every week, change that shit, give me something new. Worst case scenario, you put it out for a week and it's gone. I had shrimp on a pizza. That shit's delicious. No one else does it because they're all chickens. Fucking cowards. Shrimp on a pizza is banging.
Yeah, it is good.
I'm going to second Pernell on that. Shrimp pizza.
Yeah, shrimp on a pizza is great.
Yeah, and imagine how many people you say that to. Go, ew, no, shrimp on pizza. Fucking cowards.
I'm also going to hop on pineapple on pizza being very good.
It's very good. I'll never understand people ragging on it. Like everyone likes what they like, but for some reason, people talk about pineapple like it's the fucking Antichrist on a pizza. Meanwhile,
It is.
you got mushrooms out there. I don't like mushrooms on pizza. I'm not fucking raw dogging anger all over people's faces. Whoa, get those mushrooms off your fucking pizza. Let you go in the trash can. I'll let you eat your fucking pizza because it's your pizza. I don't want it. Eat what you want, but leave my fucking pineapple alone. I like it. It's fine.
Why do I feel like we shook up one of those Sprites, Joe, talking about just opened it all over this podcast?
I'm going tropical mix all over this shit.
Oh man.
Do you feel Pernell, do you feel purged? Do you feel any better?
I feel a lot better. Yeah, sometimes I just have a rage out. That feels good.
Are you feeling a rush? Because in April or May, Mountain Dew Mango Rush is going to be at Little Caesars.
What? The Little Caesars, the
Little
random hard to
Caesars.
find $5 pizza is getting a unique Mountain Dew.
Unique. Yes,
These
sweet
guys
mango
are just
heat
out here.
flavored.
See, I would drink that actually. That sounds good.
We've already written unique twice. It's fine. We're already caught up.
And with that said, spicy does not always work. I've had there was a joint I went to in Baltimore last year that had I guess it's basically those boba tea / smoothie bars that they have now. There's a lot more of them now. And they had one that actually was passion fruit with Frank's Red Hot in it. It was fucking nasty. But I tried it. That shit was nasty. And of course, because I wanted a bargain, I bought large because the prices scale that way. And I didn't even get through a small.
Wow.
I tried. I was like, this is not happening. My friend was like, why are you still drinking? And I'm like, because I paid for it. She's like, but you clearly don't like it. I'm like, but I paid for it. She's like, are you...
This is why men live much shorter lives than women right here. You all are hearing it in real time. This is why.
Well, I mean, and this is...
girders falling on us.
And, well, that's true. I have dodged girders falling from above more times than I care.
Right? They're all over the fucking place. Girders
but this is...
me.
Frankly, I feel like we should be more appreciative. This is the kind of insight that you can have on a twice weekly basis here at the Sweet Mango Lovers podcast. We're fresh and fruity in here.
Sweet Mango Lovers.
Some of us are fresh and fruity.
I've been talking about soda. I'll be right back.
Or sour mango. We're talking about mangoes now. Sour mangoes, sweet mangoes, saucy mangoes, salty mangoes.
Savory mangoes.
Angry. But it doesn't start with S. It's got to start with S. Where all that SML Savory mango. There we go. Savory Mango Lovers podcast. We got that. It can be done.
Yeah, you got like a whole
mango liquid.
You got a whole smashed mango liquid. Hell yeah.
You put that shit on a piece.
No, that's just juice. That's just juice. You're just making juice.
No, you can draw out the mango first. You don't have to have the saucy ones on there. There have to be a saucy mango lovers pizza.
Well, I was specifically referring to smashed mango liquid. Is this juice?
Smashed mango liquid.
Yes, I don't remember which one of us said that, but it's pretty good, and I'm adding it to the list of. Because I can never remember what SML stands for, no matter how many times Joe tells me.
Someone might listen.
Ah, there we go.
Yep.
Sexual monochrome leopards.
That's a good one.
Yeah, dang.
The runner-up is Scandinavian Mastodon lingerie.
But this is a Proto-Men fan podcast.
Oh, man. All right, we should probably get into reviews. It is 10:30. We've been at this for an hour and a half. It is time to talk reviews. Should we get into these, Aki? Are you ready to kick us off?
Let's do this, bitch.
All right. First game to talk about tonight is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Code provided to us by Ubisoft for the purpose of this coverage. Developed and published by Ubisoft. Released March 20th on Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC for $69.99. Become a lethal shinobi assassin and powerful legendary samurai as you explore beautiful open world in a time of chaos. Switch between these two unlikely allies as you discover their common destiny. Master complementary playstyles. Create your Shinobi League, customize your hideout, and usher in a new era for Japan. Aki, tell us about your time with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Okay, this is an Assassin's Creed game. If you understand what that is, then there you go. For those of you who somehow have been living under a rock for the last... God, how long has Assassin's Creed been a thing? I think it feels like it's been a lot longer than that, but sure, we'll go with 20 years. Then one, I suggest getting rid of the fucking rock.
That was close.
So it's close to 20 years. Wow.
I feel so fucking old now. I hate you.
Yep.
But in this one, you're playing as two people again. I think the last time that happened, it was the Fry twins. So that's really cool. You can choose between Yusuke, which is a big black samurai who fucks all the shit up. And if there is a locked door, well, he has turned himself into the Kool-Aid Man. Literally. No door stops him. It doesn't matter if it's locked. It doesn't matter if there's giant boards behind it. He will just walk his ass right through it. And then you have Noi, which is a young Japanese woman who is part of, I believe it was the Iga Ninja Clan, I believe, but I'm not sure anymore because all that mattered to me was ninja. And yeah, He's a real historical character. She is made up bullshit. But hey, it's fine. This stuff hasn't been historically accurate in probably about a decade, so it's all good. And yeah, you get to play as Yusuke. You get introduced to him before he's a samurai, and then it immediately skips forward a little bit of time, and he's on the battlefield fucking shit up because he's taller than most of these people, and he walks through doors for fuck's sake. So there's very little stopping him, which is pretty fun. He uses a sword to fuck everything up, and he headbutts things too, which is pretty fun. He's able to pick up bodies and carry them more quickly, from what I understand. I didn't bother doing any of that because it was a battlefield moment, and I mostly played as Noi instead of Yusuke. So, yeah. Then it flips over to Noi, and you get to see her life go straight to shit, because her introduction is Yusuke and the rest of Oda Nobunaga's people obliterating her own. So yay for that. And yeah, then you get to play as her for some time after that, unless you head immediately to where you're told to go, in which case then I assume you probably have her get introduced to Yusuke and them to somehow, for some reason, join up. I haven't gotten there, because you're given access to her and to the whole map. So I've chose to do everything that isn't the main story so far. Everyone here knew how I was going to play this game, so no one here should be shocked. Yeah, Noi is very short, and she's quick, and she's sneaky, and she stabs things real good, many times, in the shadows, because she's, a ninja. Yeah, so that's great. You get to unlock abilities as you level up your characters, as well as you get points for killing certain types of enemies as well, and solving some different things throughout the world. And you use those points into one of many different ability trees, basically. For Noi, for instance, there was an assassin one, a ninja one, a swordsman one, and a tool one, or something like that. Each one of them gives some extra stuff to different things. For instance, the assassin one allows you to stab through a paper door and kill people, because apparently that's too difficult otherwise. The sword one gives you a faster, heavy attack to break through people's defenses and shit. Things like that. They're not, game-changing things, but they make your life just a little bit easier. And you're given full access to, I think it was 7 or 8 large areas. Each one of them is marked off as a certain level is what you're supposed to be to go into it. Otherwise, things are going to kill the shit out of you in the most horrific of ways, as I've found out a few times. Not that stopped me, but it probably should have the first time I died, but I get irritated easily and I want to kill things, so I learned it numerous times until I eventually figured out, let's not do this anymore. Don't do what I do, folks. Be smart. Everyone can go into open combat, so it's not like Noi is only able to assassinate people and not fight. She's just significantly worse at fighting. Her health pool is dog shit. when she kills people, if you go to pick them up and do anything, she is incredibly slow because she is just a small woman. And yeah, everything about her is dodging around and stabbing a motherfucker, which is real fun. There are other weapons than just swords in this game. You can get a sickle and chain, as well as some other weapons. I can't remember what any of the other ones are, because the sickle and chain was just really cool. But there's like 4 different weapon types, I believe it was. You also find different pieces of armor in chests that all respawn, by the way. If you get far enough away from them, they just respawn. So you can go there and you can keep farming new gear, which is super cool. It's all randomized. You can find new weapons, new armor pieces. For Noi, the armor pieces are body armor and a hat piece, be it a scarf to cover her face or an actual hat or what have you. And they all give different benefits, so that's really cool. Weapons all have a tendency to have a DPS, an attack, and a build-up of some status ailment. So maybe one of them poisons people, one of them can just give you adrenaline faster, which allows you to do, I have no fucking clue because I like stabbing a motherfucker. So yeah.
You have a way with words, Aki.
Yeah, stabbing motherfuckers is fun. And
their game's rated M.
Yeah. If it was rated E, it'd be for everyone. And I'd still say I'd like to stab a motherfucker.
I have a question. I am looking at the Steam page, and they're showing off the customizable hideout, where you can choose the building's layout and decorations and accessories. I was going to ask, how important is this? Because I don't want to do that.
Well, modifying
my own home. I just give me the thing. I don't want to customize.
Modifying it isn't going to be necessary. I've bought lots of customization pieces for it already, even though I haven't actually accessed it yet. They're all like decorations and stuff. That's how you're modifying it. You're not like giving it brand new functionality. No, it's like, oh, you can put a large cherry tree here, or a small one, or a medium one, or here's this statue, or hey, you can put crosses in this bitch for some reason. And things like that. So it's nothing major from what I've seen. I have a feeling it's going to come furnished already, just basic shit, and you probably don't actually have to fiddle with it at all for anything. It's probably going to end up being like the Assassin's Creed guilds that are in some of the other games, like Assassin's Creed 3. Try not to vomit, folks. I'm sorry I had to mention that one. Or even some from, I believe, Assassin's Creed, one of the Assassin's Creed 2s. It's going to be mostly a thing probably for you to send assassins out on different things to get you resources and stuff. I can't imagine it's going to be super actually important to the game all that much, just because they've never had it be particularly important. And since you're focusing on these two characters, they can't be that important because they're just mooks for these two characters. So, yeah. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. It's going to come furnished and functioning, and you probably won't have to look at it very often. It'll probably be there mostly so you can go get information and exposition dumped on you. So that's fine. At some point, if you actually do what you're supposed to do instead of running around the map like I am, I'm sure Yusuke and Noi actually meet each other, and then you can switch between them. But even when that happens, I'm probably still going to play as Noi because I prefer playing as her. Because he walks around. That's all he does. He walks around. She goes all Sekiro on things. Like, she throws grappling hooks everywhere and flings herself up onto the tops of buildings and shit. She's fun. He's the Kool-Aid man. He exists. So personally, I'm much more interested in playing as her. So it's fine that they haven't met in my game yet because I keep doing all this side stuff. Because again, once you get playing as her, almost immediately you're given access to the map of the game, and you're told, "Hey, go to this place," which is probably where you meet him. But you have the whole map. Why go there when you have everywhere else? So I've been going everywhere else because I want to open as much of the map as I can and then get to him and be like, hey, no, I'm probably never going to play as you. Have fun. And it's not because I'm racist, people. I don't care that he's black. I care that he's big and irritating and she's cute. That's what I care about.
You're sexist.
I knew you
Yes.
only play as the woman.
Obviously, I'm trying to. There is one thing that I am a little saddened by. Usually, the women characters in these games have a lot more attitude. Noi does not. Yusuke is the one who seems to have all the attitude, so it's like I kind of want to play him just because the attitude, I love that. He's sassy, but she's cute. And if I'm going to stare at one of their asses the entire game, I'd rather it be hers.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, otherwise...
So how much time have you put into this so far?
I have no idea. I've put a lot into it. Like most Ubisoft games, as of late, my console keeps crashing for some reason. Not as much as the prior ones that I've played, thankfully, because I was really hoping it wouldn't. And I actually figured out why it's doing that, which is great. Too bad I can't fix it, but at least I know why. Some consoles, it just does that for more intense games. It just crashes. There is no explanation. If it's under warranty, you just send it to get a replacement. And you do that a few times until you get one where it actually works. They don't know why it does that. It just does it for some consoles. Yay! So, yeah. I'm gonna keep mine because I just don't care all that much. It doesn't bother me enough. Because if it crashes, I can just immediately open it again and start playing again. Yeah. I don't care. Because this one has an autosave feature, and it autosaves every handful of minutes, and it does a really good job at autosaving pretty quickly. Like, anytime you open a chest, it autosaves. And stuff like that. So you're getting plenty of autosaves. And I think on top of that, it autosaves every, 3 minutes or something, which is amazing. So I'm not that worried about it in here, and I've learned to just save plenty because it crashes for me, and I don't think that's going to be something anyone else is really going to have to worry about, which is why I'm not really complaining about it. It just is my Xbox one is one of those ones that's just has problems with it. No. Like Breeze, she can't play stuff like My Little Pony without it crashing. So certain Xboxes just have weird little fucking issues, and sadly mine just has the issue with it doesn't like the games that I absolutely love. Fuck me, I guess.
Oh boy.
But yeah. Any other questions about this marvelous game?
Oh, it's a $70 game, full price Ubisoft game. What are your thoughts on the game at full price? There's a deluxe edition that comes with some bonus little goodies. Like 5
Does it come with the season pass?
Pack. No, that is a pre-order bonus.
The season pass is a pre-order bonus?
Yes.
What the shit?
Yes. The pre-order bonus is you get the upcoming expansion Claws of Awaji, and you get a bonus quest at launch.
Huh.
I don't know what the pass is going to be separately or what the expansion is going to be separately. That pricing info hasn't come out yet, but the game itself is $70. I need a verdict on it.
How much is the deluxe edition of it?
Deluxe is $89.99.
Buy that one.
So it's $20 for the the Sekryu dual pack, the hideout pack, and the mastery points.
Yeah, buy that one.
Cool.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's totally worth playing.
I said it was developed and published by Ubisoft. That's the easy way out. Let's go through the developer list. Ubisoft Quebec, Ubisoft Belgrade, Ubisoft Bordeaux, Ubisoft Bucharest and Craiova, Ubisoft Chengdu, Ubisoft Montpellier, Ubisoft Montreal, Ubisoft Osaka, Ubisoft Philippines, Ubisoft Shanghai, Ubisoft Singapore, Ubisoft Sofia, and Ubisoft Ukraine. Published by Ubisoft.
I'm not sure all of those even exist anymore, do they?
I have no clue, but they're all listed on Steam as the developer. So,
Jesus.
Shout out again to Ubisoft for letting us check this one out. You liked it, yeah?
Well, I fucking love this game. This is great fun. I can't wait to put my next 200 hours into this main story.
I already regret canceling my collector's edition.
As you should. That statue was so bitchin'.
It is. The good thing is it is still in stock on GameStop.com if anybody is interested. Avoid eBay because they're trying to sell it for $350 to $600. So get it from GameStop for $230.
Go buy it, Joe.
I still
buy it. You know you want it.
I do want it really bad.
You want that statue. We all know you do. Just give in and do it. Just do it.
I have VGM Con I gotta pay for.
I know, it sucks. Make Jacob actually pay for some of the stuff he's bought from you.
All right, Dave, did you like the review?
I did. I thought it was fair and even-handed.
Yay!
Did I say fuck enough?
I wasn't keeping a tally, but once this goes up on YouTube, I'll do one and then get back.
Okay.
But I feel
fuck. There we go. That should get me my quote.
I'll put it to you like this: I felt that it was appropriately vulgar.
Good. Aki the vulgar strikes again. That's good enough for me.
I don't think you have anything to worry about there. No, this game sounds cool. I always want to like Assassin's Creed games more than I actually do for the most part, but I'll give this one a try.
I love Assassin's Creed games. I'm so glad we got this. I've been so excited. One, they finally did Japan. People have been wanting this since the second game, and they finally gave it to us, and it's my culture. I am so fucking hyped. I can't wait to put more time into this game. I'm literally all I've wanted to do the entire time I've been playing it is talk about it because I love it so much.
Well, today's the day you finally get to talk about it. So,
hooray!
Thank you, Ubisoft.
Yay! There we go.
For life.
What?
Oh, it's like he's still here.
Alrighty, Dave, I guess.
Jesus Lord.
I love that one. Dave, I guess we'll let you get going. Thanks for coming by and hanging out.
Bed. Yeah, of course. This was fun. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you. And see you for wrestling tomorrow.
Yep, I'll be around. Have a good evening, guests and listeners. I'm going to go to bed so I can get a crown put on my tooth tomorrow morning. That'll be fun.
Night.
Sleep many... fuck, I don't have an L. Sleep, my lover.
There we go. Hell yeah. Break and enter me like a thief. All right, good night, guys.
All right, next game to talk about is Expelled, developed and published by Inkle, released March 12th on Switch and Steam for $14.99. The school prefect has been pushed out of a window and everyone's blaming you. Can you find the culprit or someone to take the fall before you get expelled? Mystery with a wicked twist from the creators of Overboard, 80 Days, Heaven's Vault, and Highland Song. Pernell, tell us about your time with Expelled.
So, Expelled is an interesting narrative of a game where you play the role of a character named Verity Ambersham. And she is a girl who goes to pretty much a Christian girls' private school. you come into her life on a particularly interesting day, because on this day, a star player on the school's hockey team, falls out of the library window multiple stories and lands in a rose bush. You get blamed for this and you get expelled from school. This is told through the narrative of Verity herself as she's explaining to her father what happened to her at school that day. And the game uses this to take an interesting twist on how to tell this story by having you play the role of Verity throughout this particular day at school. But they use the narrative device of the unreliable narrator to take the story in whatever number of directions you as the player can take it in until you get it right.
The unreliable narrative?
Yes.
Sorry,
Or
that's all I wanted to say.
So in this scenario, as you're playing as this character, there's a actual clock that's running that is meant to tick down the course of the day. And you will be engaging in different situations, making choices to determine where you will be at what times and who you are talking to at what times, and even what you say and how those conversations transpire. Depending on the choices you make, the day will wrap up. And if it is not the way the end is, I guess, supposed to wrap up, you'll be telling the story again, but in a different way. It's hard to go into a lot of detail with this game without giving the actual important details of the game away. So what I will say is that over time, there will be a checklist that indicates like just things you kind of want to get answers to. In a sense, I believe this is meant to kind of drive you closer to the ultimate plot of the story. In addition to that, the game also has a way, though sad as it may sound, I never quite figured out if this is what it's doing or not. On multiple playthroughs, some of the answers that you pick will be green, indicating that it was already chosen by you before. I'm not sure if it's indicating that it was the right answer to choose in that situation, or if it was just an answer that you chose in that situation. So it does, but either way, it does kind of give you a nice sort of breadcrumb so you don't repeat and get yourself stuck in the same rut over and over again. But you'll learn information through various narrative run-throughs that will give you more information that you might be able to use when you come back into the game and go, wait a minute, I didn't know that last time I tried this, but now that I do, let me see if I can get a little further down this pothole with it. Maybe mess with this kid a little bit or get to squeeze some information out of them. And then one other thing that I'm able to mention, though I can't go into full detail on that because I was being a freaking goody two-shoes, is that your character has I guess the best way to describe it is like a morality meter. And this morality meter determines answers that you are able to say. But in addition to that, certain answers that you do have access to and are willing to choose will increase this to make you more of a bad or delinquent student. This may be the key to getting at least some of the true answers, but I'm doing everything in my power to not take those choices. I want to see if I can get through it on the semi-straight and narrow. I think one time I kind of borked it a little bit because at one point I just made my character go off on a tirade where I just started yelling at the principal of the school and trash talking her. And the game was like running me down, like, just keep going. Like, no, I don't want to be a bad child. I want to stop now. Like, nope, you're in. But the thing I like about this game is that at first it kind of was, I won't say it felt dry, but the hooks weren't particularly setting it. They were good. I guess they were just setting up the story and setting up, what was going on. Because each run actually goes pretty quickly, but even still, until you have the full scope of what you're really trying to do, it just kind of felt like I was like going through the place like, oh, look, I have a bed. What's under my bed? Oh, stuff. There's my roommate. What is she doing? Sleeping? Oh, okay. But then once I was like, I'm on a mission. I'm trying not to get expelled from this damn school. Now suddenly I'm trying to put the web together, or rather navigate this web and find the right path without the spider biting me each freaking time. And I think that is the game's biggest draw, or what makes the game so special. It has a fantastic soundtrack, and the characters, even though a number of them you want to punch in the face, which in some cases, if you want to be a bad student, you can choose that. But the characters, despite them pissing you off at the time, are all decently and well written characters. And as you learn more about them, what their role in all of this is, it's enticing. It makes you want to keep going until you figure out what the hell happened. And that, along with the music, along with the fact that each loop is fairly reasonable in length, I can give this a hearty recommendation. I may know it seems like a short review, but the game itself isn't one that you can talk a ton about without giving away details that you don't want to give people and have them experience for themselves. But I think this is a quality product. And if you haven't played it, also go and play Overboard. And if anybody here has played it, has anyone here played Steve Jackson's Sorcery? And if so, could you recommend it to me? Otherwise, I'm torn. But yeah. Also, because Inkle did that. I haven't played that one, no. Chris, have you played it?
No, sure haven't.
Bo.
Steve
Jackson is the guy that did the Munchkin board game, which is why I was surprised he was engaged with that. But apparently he wrote a series of books back in the day that were like choose your own adventure.
Oh, yeah, books. I don't read books.
well, the game isn't a book. The game is based on the books.
Gotcha.
It stems from that.
So
I'm like
4 parts of the game. You could get Sorcery Parts 1 and 2, Part 3, or Part 4. They're on sale right now. You could get the bundle for $10.
Oh, I know.
Now,
it's in my cart right now.
I have read Terry Pratchett's Sorcery with a U.
Sorcery?
Yeah, like source, like the source of something, but sorcery. Yeah.
Sorcery.
It's a good book. Sorcery.
All right. Well, we got to talk about Expelled. It's a $15 game. Pernell, what is your verdict?
It's an easy way to recommend it as a buy it. I think people that enjoy narratives with a twist will enjoy this game.
Very cool. All right. Next up is a game called Blobun, developed and published by CyanSorcery, released March 11th on Steam for $14.99. You are a blob bunny. Your goal? Touch every tile. Get your slime all over the place and overcome tricks and traps as you make your way through this casual puzzle game, which might have my favorite feature I've ever seen in a game. It has a lesbian toggle. Aki, did you enjoy the lesbian toggle?
Oh, yes. It was great fun.
Can you explain what it does?
You can turn off the lesbians if you're very anti-gay.
Yep.
They fully allow you to turn off lesbians. Now, about that, the main character
would call that a skill, wouldn't they?
Yeah. The thing is, the game's about a pair of lesbian bunnies. So if you get rid of the lesbians, well,
the game doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, you get ported into the game, into a level, and there's no one there to do anything because you remove the lesbians from the game, and the main character's a lesbian.
Somebody posted on Steam, lesbian toggle. Why you have this options in the game? Yes, why you have this options in the game? When I turn it off, the game become unplayable. The reply:
wow.
The game the return can't be played if there's no lesbians. Sorry.
Yeah, I thoroughly found that amusing. I was like, that was going to be what I was going to mention first, as someone was already pitching about it on Steam.
The moment I saw that online, I'm like, we need to cover this game. I want to give this person attention and coverage and talk about how great they are and how great that option in the game is. I love it. I think it's awesome.
So the story is you're a couple of gay bunny girls, and you found some sludge, and you went and followed it to figure out what the fuck's going on, and you come across a cursed amulet, and you get turned into a goo bunny, or a slime bunny, or I guess a blow bunny, I guess. And now y'all are off to find a witch to get rid of this curse so you can be a bunny. And then go at it like rabbits, I assume. And, Blob Bunny. that's fair. And yeah, basically this entire game is a puzzle game where you have to figure out how to slime everything because you leave a trail of slime everywhere you go. You have to mark the entire level with it. You cannot go through your own slime. Once you've slimed something, you can't re-slime it. So, yeah. As you continue through the levels, you get introduced to new stuff. Basically, every world introduces you to a new mechanic. For instance, you can absorb elements and turn into different types of goo bunnies. There's one where you become metallic and allows you to push things around and you don't leave a trail. Another one allows you to turn into like this ink blot, which allows you to travel over water. Another turn, you absorb some fire and you're able to melt ice, things like that. And the slime trail you leave behind changes color to whatever element you are, which is really interesting. So you can, in later levels, you get to create this big old slime trail that is multiple colors, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you have to get to the end. There's also some other things, like one of the levels introduces blocks that if you find an item in the area, it will raise or lower blocks. And when they're lowered, you can slime over them. When they're raised, you can't. And once you've slimed over one of them, it can't be raised anymore, etc., making things kind of difficult. And yeah, eventually they add in even more damage-causing things that can kill you. There's, holes that you can fall into. There's lasers that can blast you into Kingdom Come, and so on and so forth. There's 7 or 8 different maps, basically, you go to, and each one of them has a bunch of levels in it. There's a certain amount of levels that you have to beat in order to unlock the next world. But then there's levels after that in the original world that you're already in. And basically there's an achievement for going through each world, and then there's also an achievement for getting every last level in all of the worlds. The extra levels do get significantly harder. I think I spent the very last area. I got one of the extra levels done real quick, and the other 3 that I needed to do took me like 2 days to figure out the 3 of them. Yeah, and it's pretty fun because the more mechanics that it teaches you, the more shit you have to deal with, and they get pretty difficult. Eventually, like, you get sent to where you see one square and you go into a hole and you're at another square, and you can't see the squares that you were at prior. So you have to figure out how to get around through the levels and to cover everything in each one of the blocks, because you may not be able to get back to all of them. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, significantly. You have to learn how to push all the right buttons, people. And
don't press the lesbian toggle.
Or do, if you...
Someone in the comments is like,
another
game I don't have to buy. Who puts this crap in puzzle games? And the developer's like, trans plural girls. That's who. Like, fuck you, buddy. Someone else is like, you should add another lesbian every time someone complains.
Yeah.
Someone's like, agree, instead of a toggle, make there a slider to just increase how many. I love it. Love it. The game is $15. If you're interested, it's on sale for the next week for $13.49. What are your thoughts?
I think it's worth it. Buy it at full price.
Cool. All right, next up, Pixel Cross Rune Factory, developed by Score Studios, published by Rainy Frog, released February 20th on Switch and Steam for $11.99. Experience the character, monsters, and world of the Rune Factory series through addictive nonogram logic puzzles. Chris, how is Pixel Cross Rune Factory?
Sorry, I had to unmute. Well, I had to let the cat out and like partially close the door so that I can do that. Yeah. Okay. So, yes. So this game that has interrupted my Dragon Quest IX playthrough is is another Piczle game that's picture and puzzle put together. You just put them together and slice the middle out like a good old loaf of Viennetta. Yeah, this is another Piczle game from
Score Studios and Rainy Frog.
Rainy Frog. I was gonna say Rainy Frog. I forgot about Score Studios. I was trying to remember them. Rainy Frog. I always remember. Huh?
Score Studios hit us up on Blue Sky and they're like, "Hey, you didn't review our latest game. Do you want to?" And I'm like,
yeah, I was gonna say that's how it works,
right,
y'all.
I do.
You got to give us the game, and then we will review it.
Well, apparently they switched PR companies, and the new PR company didn't know to reach out to us. So Score Studios reached out to us and got us taken care of. So shout out to them. They've
for the
been
code.
long supporters of our show. So big thanks to Score.
Yeah, and in this game, so this is like I said, another in their long line of Piczle games, many of which I own, some of which I bought. I mean, it's kind of rare for somebody who reviews a lot of these, because again, that's how it works. But this one, they have added a twist. That is to say that this game incorporates graphics, music, and overall vibes from the Rune Factory series. Now, if you don't know Rune Factory, it's kind of like Harvest Moon, farming sim and such, but kind of mix in RPG battles and things like that, long before there was a Stardew Valley. And this is definitely presented a little bit more fantasy-like than that. But so this basically takes elements elements of 3, 4, and 5, so the more recent kind of Rune Factories. And the way it works is that you have puzzles to choose from. Well, first off, you have 2 modes. The one mode is the adventure mode, and the other mode is just like puzzle mode, You can actually, I think the way it works, yes, you got adventure mode and puzzle mode, but you actually, if you start adventure mode, you can switch it to puzzle mode, but not the other way. Because puzzle mode starts off with all the puzzles unlocked from the very start, and you can choose, you could choose any puzzle, any difficulty, whereas the adventure mode, the puzzles unlock as you play, so it scales up and things like that. And then there's certain rules having to do with challenge mode and rules having to do with choosing and marrying a spouse. Spoilers for the end of this review, I did not get far enough to choose a spouse because certain requirements, we got to put a big emphasis on the word certain. But yeah, you can play
as the features. There's 450 puzzles in this game.
Yeah, there is.
Holy crap.
Christ.
And yeah, that's hefty even for that's hefty for even a nonogram puzzle game. But I mean, those what's that game that I like a lot? The one I will never, ever, ever remember the title of. Oh, well. I mean, there's some of these games I bought before that have 500 puzzles in them. So 450 is not impossible. But yeah, nonogram puzzles are a little more involved. So that's quite a hefty helping. So already, if you're just a nonogram
more
fan.
Than 60 songs. That's crazy too.
Yes. And I was going to get to that. They are songs from the Rune Factory series. I don't know that there's any originals. They do credit which game, which songs appear in. So, there's that. But yeah, it has, like I said, art, music, galleries, things like that. But not only that, as you play through puzzles, you unlock items that you can basically put on your farm, quote unquote, and crops, even locations, and I suppose eventually a spouse. By the way, The characters you can choose from or to play as is Eris and Alice. So like the boy and girl kind of characters. I don't remember which games they're from. I'm sorry. It's probably even the one I played. I did not have time to research that. But yeah, Eris and Alice, who are, like I said, you can choose either of them. And then, yeah, you basically get to... how do I leave this? Oh, well, anyway. It puts you on a farm, and you basically unlock things that you can put on your character, and it becomes kind of like more or less a diorama, because I don't think that it has any like real function or anything like that. It's more or less for show. However, there are different things that aren't for show. For instance, the challenge mode. So challenge mode actually does incorporate fighting against enemies, which is, again, something that Rune Factory kind of set it apart from the Harvest Moon of the time. That was the big one, and of course that became Story of Seasons. But then also Harvest Moon. It's very confusing. But yeah, you can actually do challenge modes that pop up in it. If you're in adventure mode, of course, it'll just be a puzzle. Will have like crossed swords on it, and that means that this is going to be a challenge mode puzzle. If you're playing in puzzle mode, then it's just you can choose to do any of them as a challenge. The challenge is usually a larger board because these boards get insanely huge, like as far as like what I'm used to, because I'm not a nonogram specialist. I just play these video games.
I'm not a specialist either. I just love them. I think they're great games.
Yeah, they're fun. And by the way, we'll explain what nonograms are here in a second. Yeah, so the whole thing about it is that it's now timed, and you now give and take damage depending, like it does real-time fact checking on you, because you can usually check whether you've made any mistakes. But if you do make any mistakes in this one, you take damage, and then, if you successfully run a line, then the monster, the challenge, the boss, whatever, takes damage, and you have in total an hour to beat it, or else you automatically lose. I have yet to win one of these. I was gonna say it's already hard enough for me to play nonogram stuff or to like do these puzzles, and like having the competitive element. I totally see where it's going, and they do make every effort to make it as fair as possible. But yeah, I'm having to work my way up on this. But yeah, nonograms are it's a grid where you color in like dots. If you're familiar with like Mario's Picross, for instance, that's where a lot of people started with them in video games. You get number clues on the fringes of the puzzle, and those tell you this many blocks on this on this line need to be colored in. And then, you kind of have to use logic to figure out which of the blocks need to be colored in, because it's going to correspond with the numbers that are also on the horizontal plane. So, you kind of work in the vertical and horizontal planes to like kind of triangulate where you need to color in. And like I said, this... So it's like that, and every puzzle in this game actually has both a black and white and color variant. I don't know if those variants count for the total 450, but, either way, like I said, there's a ton of puzzles, so one does not need to worry about running out anytime soon. The puzzles start very, very simple, just like 9 across, essentially, 9 by 9 or whatever. And, those are pretty easy to guess. Anytime you start a new puzzle, the game will give you the opportunity to have it randomly select 2 lines to just go ahead and solve for you, so that you have something to start with. Because that's usually the hardest part of these kind of puzzles, is knowing where to start. Once you get into the flow of it, and that you've got you're starting to cook, then it goes a lot faster. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I've had some that have stumped me for a whole afternoon, and then I had some that I solved in 19 seconds. So there's a huge range of challenge. to this one. And then, like I said, it's kind of cool because it has the whole idea of having these unlockables and, you know, like I said, aesthetics and like kind of a diorama of like, you know, Rune Factory type stuff, which doesn't, you know, if you're not a Rune Factory fan or you just don't care, then it's fine. It's still like the puzzles are unchanging. Like they're, you know, it's a great puzzle game. It's just that, you know, as a bonus, it's kind of got like these characters and things from a game series that is very popular in them. Oh, and in like 3D, it's not like just drawn on, right? You know, they actually have like 3D models and stuff.
No.
Yeah, so that's about it, really.
You dig it? You enjoy it?
I dig it. This farming. Oh yeah, last thing is that it both features touchscreen and controller input, and both simultaneously if you wish.
Nice.
So it's got lots of
always
however you want to.
They don't include touch capabilities and.
Yeah, we've complained about that before, so I thought I'd call it out that it actually does have full everything for you on the Switch. Even though I've mostly been playing this on my TV, I do enjoy when a game has the touchscreen stuff, especially for you know, puzzle inputs like drawing in squares and stuff. It's just very nice.
All right. So $12 verdict.
Oh yeah, $12 easy. I mean, just the 450 puzzles like recommends that for me. But yeah, it's a well put together package, and like I said, it will delight fans of nonograms, whether they also like Rune Factory or not.
Sweet. All right.
I have a question.
Sure.
Go for it.
Has nothing to do with this game. I keep hearing people mention Viennetta. Why? Why are we talking about one of the most delicious ice creams known to man?
Were you not here at the beginning half of the show when we talked about that at length?
I may have possibly fallen partially asleep at that point.
Fair.
Proud of you.
There was so much wrestling conversation.
Proud of you.
To recap, here at the 5th hour, we were talking about foods that seemed just completely inaccessible because of how fancy they looked on television, and how, you know, like
Grey Poupon,
Viennetta, Grey Poupon, Red Lobster.
Okay, yeah, Viennetta was really cheap, and it stopped being obtainable because they stopped selling it in the U.S.
Yes, because they freaking messed up on the advertising, made it look too expensive. That's the exact reason why used to
dessert, and it was like $4.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma used to buy that every weekend when I went over to her house. She'd buy one of those, and I
still haven't tried one.
Well, you can't anymore.
They have them somewhere. Or they did have them somewhere. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they're in like the UK and stuff. You can't get them in the US anymore.
Damn Entenmann's.
They stopped being sold in the US in like the 90s.
I'm going to spend $3,000 to have a frozen treat like airship to me.
Honestly, it's worth it. Oh, that is some of my most favorite ice cream. It is cheap shit, and it is so fucking delicious.
Yeah, that's what Entenmann's is in general, I think.
I'm so upset they don't sell that anymore. I love that shit. I would still be eating that every weekend if I had my choice. I love that shit.
Well, you know what I love?
Ending a show.
I do love ending a show, and we are almost at the end. We have one final game to talk about, but before we get to that, I want to thank everyone for coming on, hanging out with us, keeping us company, being here, celebrating my birthday with me. Thank you to all the viewers for dropping bits and subs and all your support. I'm getting old. I don't know what else to say.
You're not getting there. You've been there.
We are now going to do our final game of the night with Morkull Ragast Rage, developed by Disaster Games, published by Selecta Play, released March 6th on Series X and S, Switch, PS5, and PC for $17.99. A 2D video game that combines platforming and action with a touch of exploration. Control Morkull, god of death and darkness and lord of the Ragast. His main mechanic, breaking the fourth wall, which allows him to communicate with you in a multitude of ways. Our friend Horror Acolyte wrote in an email for this one, and our buddy Norg is going to read it for us and end out the show for us. So, George, take it away.
Morkull Ragast's Rage. A review. Welcome to a fantasy world ruled by Morkull, the god of death. A cheeky but endearing deity that has glorious plans of ruling the world with an iron fist. But wait! A programmer for the game has accidentally messed up his coding, and now Morkull has become fully self-aware of his entrapment within the video game world and wants to break free of this digital domain. The developers try their best to rewrite Morkull's code and put a stop to his ambitions, but are unsuccessful. Their last resort to hinder Morkull's conquest is to create a digital prison for him until they can find a solution to the nightmare they have unleashed. Unfortunately, this prison does not hold Morkull for long. Breaking free, he exclaims disdain for the developers who imprisoned him, but the guard has no idea who he is talking about. After his escape, Morkull learns that one of his previously loyal henchmen, Gallet, has decided to usurp Morkull's throne and take up residence in his home, which Morkull will certainly not stand for. As an additional safeguard, the developers have also corrupted all of Morkull's lesser minions, making them attack him on sight. Morkull Ragast's Rage plays like a typical 2D Metroidvania, with the added feature of the protagonist being able to break the fourth wall. Being fully aware that he is being controlled by you, the player, Morkull humbly vehemently demands that you aid him on his journey, otherwise quitting out of the game results in the death of a poor, innocent kitten. Assuming you agree to continue the game, as to not harm any kittens, now you will begin exploring the world, which mostly consists of moving from area to area, disposing of monsters, activating switches, or collecting keys, some semi-mild precision platforming elements, and maybe finding a sparse, optional collectible. Morkull will run into a small assortment of unruly minions, some that look a bit similar to himself, black creatures fitted with bone armor, or other vassals such as flaming cats, harpies, and bulky warriors in metal armor. To start, Morkull only has a few methods to defend himself: a basic slash and punch attack, a dash ability that will prove invaluable, a bone shield that can be used to deflect enemy projectiles, and his basic jump. Enemies deal a fair amount of damage with their attacks, depleting your entire health bar with only a handful of hits. To help keep himself alive, Morkull is able to consume potions to recover a small portion of health. Thankfully, disposing of minions allows you to gain souls, which can be used to buy various upgrades from Morkull's last remaining loyal subject, his butler Alfred, who can be found at various teleporter locations around the world. These upgrades can grant you additional chains to your attacks, ultimately giving your basic slash a buzzsaw-like spin attack finisher, or increase the amount and efficacy of your potions, along with other various enhancements. Teleporters also allow you to save your game, refill your current stock of reusable potions, replenish your health, and as the name implies, can teleport you to any discovered portal on the map. If you do end up letting Morkull perish, you will be transported back to the last teleporter you saved at and lose half of your accumulated souls. Aside from purchasable upgrades, you will also acquire various abilities over the course of the game, like a double jump, ground smash, and charged punch, most of these being needed to gain access to new areas and collectibles. There aren't too much in the way of collectibles, mostly just cosmetic ones like flags for each area and Morkull's personal items, like a basketball or game controller. But you will also come across potion fragments. Finding 3 of these will grant you an additional reusable potion, making exploration worthwhile. There are only a few main areas in the game: grimy, acid-filled caverns, underground lava-ridden lairs, and a lovely garden above an accompanying overgrown chamber. Each area has enemies littered throughout, most of which are completely optional to fight. You will, however, encounter some rooms you get trapped in and are forced to fight 3 waves of enemies to escape, some of these rooms rewarding you with keys and switches needed to move onward. You will come across various environmental hazards such as acid pools, lava pits, spikes, lasers, and giant rolling boulders. Failure to avoid these will result in a bit of damage and also a slight loss of progress in a few of the more precision platforming-oriented areas. This is definitely a bite-sized Metroidvania,
I would guess the average playtime is going to be between 3 and 5 hours for most, depending on skill level and how much time you spend searching for the collectibles. The best components of this game are its art style and its humor. A lot of the environments do look great and are slightly reminiscent of Hollow Knight in their style, but not quite to that caliber. I enjoyed some of the fourth wall breaking humor and the game making fun of certain video game tropes, like Morkull exclaiming, "I think there is a boss fight coming up," coming back from pausing the game to find Morkull taking a piss and giving you a thumbs up, or going directly to the left at the start of the game to find a sign that says, "Nothing is here, you've got the wrong video game." Unfortunately, these bouts of humor are scarce. Other than a few key moments, the game mostly just brushes past this feature that has the potential to really set it apart. Since there are only a few boss fights, I won't go into detail on those. Suffice to say they are mostly underwhelming. I personally didn't feel like this was a very difficult game, although I have heard of others struggling with it. Since Morkull isn't very durable, you need to definitely get familiar with using his dash and shield ability, which aren't too difficult to master, making combat slightly fluid, but still a bit rigid. There are only a couple of semi-challenging platforming areas in the game. If you're familiar with precision platformers, then these won't pose much of a challenge, but for those who are not as comfortable with platforming, you may struggle a bit to get past them. I also ran into a few performance issues. Sometimes I felt the double jump wasn't working exactly as it should be, which could possibly be my own incompetence. And on rare occasion, Morkull would kind of get stuck on the environment or feel like he was hitting an invisible wall. I'm not sure if this was limited to myself or those playing on Xbox in general. Considering the price and the issues I had with this game, I would have to give it a deny it rating. Maybe a try it if you can pick it up on a good sale. As a whole, I feel like it misses the mark and doesn't really find its footing or bring many new ideas to the Metroidvania genre. I don't know what the development cycle of this game entailed. If the team felt rushed to release the game as it is, it almost felt like they had a larger vision for the game that went unrealized. There was definitely a lot of passion that went into it, especially with the visual components of the game. I would definitely like to see more from Disaster Games, because I did see a fair amount of potential in this title. It wasn't a complete disaster. And as such, that brings us to the end of this fine devotion to the podcastification of the Internet of Tubes and Things. It bears mentioning that our favorite lumberjack, benefactor of the entertainment that you are listening to right now, chef emeritus and food distribution engineer for the Smash Brothers band, and all-around great guy Joe Cam, is celebrating the completion of another orbit around the sun in style, fashion, and by probably door-dashing a poutine straight from Ashton's in Quebec City, because it's his birthday and he deserves the best of the best. And don't try to tell me there's a better poutine that can be acquired at Ashton's. I will seriously cut you. For legal reasons, and in the fallout of one of the previous episodes, I am legally required to refrain from many of the methods of wishing someone a happy birthday. I guess tying up a podcast, gagging it, and smacking it to within an inch of its life isn't as funny as I still think it was. So instead, I will simply open a tall, cold one for the man of the hour, and encourage everyone who is listening to wish Joe an extraordinarily happy cake and candle day. And since he was the head chef, it seems only right to cue up some music from one of his favorite games, as recorded by the band he sizzled bacon for. Cheers, brother. Huh, I don't remember eating that.